on Treeline Lane. I'm Larry Marble. It's time for the 1245 edition of Down on the Farm, and we appreciate you listening on one of these 14 affiliate stations. Neighbor, let's take a look at ag weather within Down on the Farm country. We'll begin up in the northwestern corner of the Down on the Farm country region. High temperatures may match or break records today. Breezy southwest winds 15 to 25, gusts over 30. Fire danger, we'll call it from Throckmorton down to San Angelo, over toward Barnhart and back to the north and the west. On Wednesday, we'll see a cold front come through the area. Southwest to west winds 10 to 20 mile an hour, gusts higher in front of the front, maybe 15 to 25 after the front. We're looking for 78 in Abilene prior to the front, and 81 in San Angelo again prior to the front, 77 to 79 in Ozona and Sonora, and 81 in Junction. Neighbor, as we move farther down into Down on the Farm country, we'll take a look at the San Antonio National Weather Service region, calling for an 81 in Uvalde, an 82 in LaGrange, an 81 in Georgetown, and 85 in Pleasanton. On Wednesday, prior to that front, we'll see lows somewhere between 57 and 60, highs between 78 and 81. And then on Thursday, when that front moves through, a chance of AM showers, lows from 46 to 53, highs from 62 to 64. Neighbor, let's take a look at that area down deep into South Texas. Cotulla 87, Corpus Christi 80, Victoria 83, Laredo 90. Tonight in that area we'll see 61 and 62, while on Wednesday, highs from 80 to 90. Scattered showers Wednesday evening, 55 to 65 the lows. And then our Thursday high somewhere between 70 and 75, and the Friday morning lows 45 to 50. Neighbor, let's look toward that Houston area and complete our look at Down on the Farm country. Looks like we'll have a Beaumont 76, Nacogdoches 80, back up toward College Station 81, and your temperatures tonight from 62 to 64. Neighbor, there's a good look at ag weather across a big old John Deere wide combine swath of the country. Neighbor, it's about time for today's edition of Texas News and Views. We'll see who's at the mic and what the topic is after this word from your local Texas Farm Bureau insurance agent.
When we moved to Texas, we were like fish out of water. We didn't know anyone in our neighborhood until our Texas Farm Bureau insurance agent came to the house. She was so helpful and reassuring, a friendly face with that Texan hospitality I'd heard about. When we purchased a Texas Farm Bureau insurance policy, we knew we were making the right choice. We knew our family would be protected.
Visit Texas Farm Bureau Insurance today at tfbinsurance.com to find an insurance agent who's a true neighbor. Coverage and discounts are subject to qualifications and policy terms and may vary by situation.
Growing season challenges. I'm Tom Nicoletti with Focus on Agriculture from the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network. Today we are going to be speaking with Adam Owens. He is a pioneer field agronomist from the Fort Worth area, and we have talked with a number of pioneer agronomists and folks over the last few weeks. And Adam, one of the themes that remains the same week to week is the fact that this growing season was certainly a challenge for farmers. What are some of the few things that growers have in mind going into next year?
Yes, sir. That's exactly right. I hope our audience has picked up some good details on what Pioneer is doing within our corn, sorghum, and digital platforms. I think we've got a lot of tools and resources available to our growers here in Texas that are really industry-leading. But if we don't have the right plan in place for next year, then things can really start to go downhill very quickly.
Hybrid selection and the weather are important factors to high yields, but there is also another factor to consider.
Those factors certainly play a role into making high yields, but it's not the number one factor. The number one factor to high yields is rapid, uniform seed emergence and establishment. Essentially what it boils down to is late emerging plants are weeds, and they lack the competitiveness to thrive at the level they once could have had they emerged within 24 hours of its neighboring seed buddy. And what we can do to manage this, just return back to the basics, such as having the right behaviors with our planters and our tillage practices. If we slow that planter down, plant at a pace that's within the capabilities of your planter, and maintain a uniform seed depth, which is about 2 inches deep for corn, that's a really big help and a great start to helping us out. What we want is our seed to emerge rapidly and uniformly at the proper seed spacing as well.
That is Adam Owens. He is a Pioneer Field agronomist from the Fort Worth area.
Texas Farm Bureau Insurance has protected fellow Texans with auto, home, health, and life insurance since 1952. With more than 260,000 square miles of land and 27 million people, that's a lot to cover. Whether you're wrangling cattle or wrangling kids, we're proud to protect Texans in all Texan ways of life.
Visit Texas Farm Bureau Insurance today at tfbinsurance.com to get insurance for Texans by Texans. Coverage and discounts are subject to qualifications and policy terms and may vary by situation.
I'm Tom Nicoletti with the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network.
And neighbor, I'm Larry Marble from down on the farm, and this is my camp cook, Hop Sing, and he's got chicken fried steak, jalapeno gravy, Nanny C's rolls, and a cold cucumber salad. I'll pour the iced tea, grab yourself a cup of coffee out of that pot on the stove if you need that. And let's talk to Henry Pickett. He's going to be selling in Abilene today. Henry, what's it looking like?
Last night here at the yards, we had about 900 total cattle with about 200 cows. We've got one consignment that's got about 30 or 40 yearlings. Then we've got another gentleman that's just getting a little too dry, and he sent in about 20 or 30 cows that part of them could probably go back to the country.
So you got a good start to a great sale on Tuesday. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you if they want to get something bought or get something sold today.
Well, here at the barn, we can be reached at 325-673-7865, and my cell number is 940-733-8208. And we will not have a sale next Tuesday due to the Thanksgiving holiday. And then also we've got our annual December 4th 44 Farms Bull Sale we'll be hosting.
Well, we'll keep everybody up to date on those, and then we'll talk with you after the sale. Henry, have a good sale day.
Thank you.
Neighbor, you hear everybody talking about how green it is and how the crops are growing and livestock are getting bigger, and that's because of moisture. Well, moisture comes down some steep gullies and creeks and takes out fencing, and that's when you need to talk to the good folks from McCoy's. And they'll save you time. They can take your order and deliver it right to the ranch or farm gate from their stores. I know they've got them in San Angelo and in Abilene, so give the folks at McCoy's a call. Find the store near you at mccoys.com. That's McCoy's Building Centers, mccoys.com. Neighbor, even though there's no cattle in the alleyway yet at San Angelo at Producers in Cargyle, there will be by Thursday. Benny Cox, what's the cattle sale looking like?
We have a special calf sale in conjunction with our regular sale, and gosh, last week, we had over 2,000. Of course, we had a cow deal and had some cows. Got along real well on those. That market's a good deal better. Actually, the markets have been really good. This fat cattle market, got those things up to 132. It's been 3 or 4 years since we had 130, on the fatty end of these things. So that deal's getting better. This calf deal's some better. Oklahoma City quoted their steers higher. Heifers were kind of steady, $2 lower, and the calves about steady. So I suspect we're going to go along real well. I don't know of any bigger bunches coming, but we could sure be way, over 1,000 easy enough.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Benny.
Oh, I'd like to tell them one thing, and you as well. I'm not going to be here next week. I'm going to be deer hunting. We're going to shut down all next week. We'll have no sheep sales, no cattle sales.
All right.
They can call me if they want to. It's 325-234-4277. The office, same area code, 653-3371, or they can always look at the web, which is producersandcargyle.com.
McCoys.com. Make McCoys your choice for livestock pens and rodeo equipment like the 40-foot utility round pen or a manual rope and chute. Shop online and find the store near you at McCoys.com. Neighbor, let me pour you one more glass of iced tea while we talk to Klein Spear from Southwest Livestock Uvalde. Klein, how's your sheep and goat sale faring today?
We got about 200 on the yard tonight, Larry. One deal is about 50 lambs, another one's about 40 head of Barbados. So we're going to have a good run tomorrow. We should have around 500 or 600, and that market sure looks like it'll be awfully good, and those kids ought to be bringing good money. So if somebody's got a few to sell, we'll sure have a good market for them.
What is cattle sale going to shape up like Thursday?
We got a couple deals working coming in. We got to have some good calves come in. We got one ranch deal bringing in some good cows. They ought to be kind of middle-aged cows, be bred. So we ought to have a few cows go back to the country, and we'll see how that shapes up on Wednesday, but probably around another 800-900 head run this week.
Tell everybody how to contact you.
Call us at the office, 830-278
830-5621, or my cell phone, 830-591-3241.
Neighbor, let's take a look at the grains courtesy of John Tuggle. Milo through Corpus in November, D's plus 85, 1181. Yellow corn through Corpus in November, D's plus 95, 671.5. Hard red winter wheat through Houston in November, D's plus 79.06. And Houston beans November delivery, January even money, 1257.25. 6,899 bales of Texas cotton moved yesterday at 114.12. March cotton was down 44 at 114.64. Neighbor, that's it for Down on the Farm. Good day.